Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. The truth is you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. Life is a crazy ride, and nothing is guaranteed. I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted and behold, service was joy. Open your eyes, look within. Are you satisfied with the life you're living? Life is a dream for the wise, a game for the fool, a comedy for the rich, a tragedy for the poor. Never be bullied into silence. Never allow yourself to be made a victim. Accept no one's definition of your life, define yourself. The true secret of happiness lies in taking a genuine interest in all the details of daily life. The greatest use of a life is to spend it on something that will outlast it. You're only here for a short visit. Don't hurry, don't worry. And be sure to smell the flowers along the way. Life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. A life is not important except in the impact it has on other lives. There are three constants in life: change, choice and principles. A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. We must be willing to let go of the life we have planned, so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. All the art of living lies in a fine mingling of letting go and holding on. It's all about quality of life and finding a happy balance between work and friends and family. To live is to change, and to be perfect is to have changed often. Life is like a trumpet. If you don't put anything into it, you don't get anything out of it. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. The good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. The aim of life is to live, and to live means to be aware, joyously, drunkenly, serenely, divinely aware. The story of life is quicker than the blink of an eye. The story of love is hello, goodbye. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life, and be without flavor. Life is made up of sobs, sniffles, and smiles, with sniffles predominating. The most satisfying thing in life is to have been able to give a large part of oneself to others. One way to get the most out of life is to look upon it as an adventure. Doing what you love is the cornerstone of having abundance in your life. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. All is riddle, and the key to a riddle is another riddle. What we think determines what happens to us, so if we want to change our lives, we need to stretch our minds. To me, if life boils down to one thing, it's movement. To live is to keep moving. The most important thing is to enjoy your life. To be happy, it's all that matters. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Life is the art of drawing sufficient conclusions from insufficient premises. It takes half your life before you discover life is a do-it-yourself project. Pain and death are a part of life. To reject them is to reject life itself. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. If you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of. Life is a succession of moments, to live each one is to succeed. Any life is made up of a single moment, the moment in which a man finds out, once and for all, who he is. Life's like a play, it's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. Life does not cease to be funny when people die any more than it ceases to be serious when people laugh. My life is every moment of my life. It is not a culmination of the past. Life is a series of collisions with the future. It is not the sum of what we have been, but what we yearn to be. When I hear somebody sigh, "Life is hard," I am always tempted to ask, compared to what? Life is far too important a thing ever to talk seriously about. With the past, I have nothing to do, nor with the future. I live now. I don't believe people are looking for the meaning of life as much as they are looking for the experience of being alive. To live is so startling it leaves little time for anything else. Give me the luxuries of life and I will willingly do without the necessities. Today is your own. Tomorrow perchance may never come. Not a shred of evidence exists in favor of the idea that life is serious. There is only one difference between a long life and a good dinner, that, in the dinner, the sweets come last. The whole secret of life is to be interested in one thing profoundly and in 1,000 things well. I look back on my life like a good day's work, it was done and I am satisfied with it. The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. There is a very fine line between loving life and being greedy for it. This life is worth living, we can say, since it is what we make it. If we live good lives, the times are also good. As we are, such are the times. Don't let life discourage you. Everyone who got where he is had to begin where he was. Once you say you're going to settle for second, that's what happens to you in life. I take a simple view of life. It is keep your eyes open and get on with it. He is a man. Who is to be a man? The fruit is always present in the seed. I have inspiration and feelings of being alive most every day I live. Smile in the mirror. Do that every morning and you'll start to see a big difference in your life.